was like incredible. Like it was amazing. Like people, it's almost so amazing. Like I can't even believe myself while I'm saying it. And if I didn't experience it, I wouldn't believe it. That's how cool it was. First sensations in my body were like tingling. My arms were tingling, legs were tingling. It was magical. It was amazing. Like, what was I crying for? What made me cry? Do you remember what made me cry? You were all illuminated. The light was like kind of an angelic spirit or guide. And I think you were put into my life at one time to help me. I remember I was so afraid of my own shadow then. I wouldn't let you, like, we were close, but I wouldn't never do what I just did, right? I would just remember you were there. If anything happened, you would get me out of there, you know? So I felt comfortable letting it happen. I mean, I can still see her. And she was covering me, like covering me. So beautiful. That's when I felt like a lot of heartache. Like I could probably draw the picture. That's how much I can see her facing me now, like full front facing me. I literally felt like she was giving me her heart. I was like, oh, because I could see her hands and I knew it was like her heart in her hands. This is how she was towards me, like this. You're like, take it. I'm like, okay, I'll take it and bring it into yourself. And I did. And then she lit up. She was so happy that she could do that for me. What was really interesting and profound is like I would feel like a pain somewhere. And I did have a C-section where there was like a pain and I could feel a pain across there. And I always felt like the doctor messed it up somehow, some way. I don't know, staples and everything. I don't know what, but I felt something. And then it felt again like empty and clean, like, and you said it too, like I never said it to you anything, and you said she's doing surgery on you, and that's the only place I've ever had surgery in my whole life is in that area. And then she started healing my heart. After that, there was no pain again. Like the heart pain was gone. So interesting. Where I saw the universe kind of like a portal. I felt like I was looking up and I could see, everything in the sky, the stars, the sky, the universe, and the clouds, but I could see beyond it, into it. I started seeing that light. It's all like was like a light ball, and it was like so bright, and like one area got even brighter, and you're like, go in it. You're like, get in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm going, like I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna go in. You're like, go for it. I'm like, I'm going in. So that's when I went in, and I felt like she was like wanting to take me somewhere, and that's when she did take me. Like it was so pronounced and so clear. I couldn't make this stuff up. And then it came out, the prongs, and it got bigger and bigger. Then the snake got thicker. So it started from like a little head into a big head with the big three snake tongues, right? 3 tongues with prong, like that. It was really, I can't even describe what I saw. It was so crazy. And it was coming towards me and it kept getting bigger and it was actually coming around to wrap around me. I feel like it was gonna destroy me, devour me, it was coming to strangle me. It wanted to hurt me. And I kind of told you that, and you said to do something. I forgot. What'd you say to do? I called her. I said, help me. She was like on the nose of the snake. And she was in white. She was white, not gold, not light, but like white. And she became bigger and bigger. And she first, the tongues died. They shriveled, but it was still a big snake. And they were hanging there limp. The tongues died. And then it was like she overcame the whole head of the snake over it. And all I could see was like the one eye, which looked sad, crying and crying eye. Telling her thank you. I was so grateful. I was so happy. And it was so real. I could see it so vividly. It was like I was in a movie watching a movie. That's how vivid it was. That's so crazy. Yeah, after the whole thing was over, I felt so, remember I had chills all over my body, like everywhere, like my whole body had full of goosebumps from my toes all the way on my legs, my arm, everything was goosebumps, total goosebumps. It was awesome. It felt so good. Like I was exhilarated. I was happy, like energy. And like I told you, I felt light. I felt like I stood up, but I felt like I lost like 10 pounds.